It's late, or maybe it's not even that late. It doesn't matter, because the moment everything goes quiet around you, it starts. Your head, just going. The same thoughts, different order, same destination, round and round and round, until you can't tell anymore if you're thinking or just being dragged. You try to stop it. You lie there and tell yourself to just stop. And the telling yourself to stop becomes another thought on top of all the other thoughts. And now there's even more of it. You're exhausted, genuinely, deeply exhausted. But your head didn't get the message. Your head has a completely different agenda tonight. It always does. It's not even one thing. That's what makes it so hard to shut down. It's everything, all at once, layered on top of each other with no order and no logic and no mercy. It's that conversation from 3 days ago that you're still replaying. Except now you're also replaying something from 6 months ago. And somehow they've merged into the same thought, and you can't separate them anymore. You're arguing with people who aren't in the room, rehearsing conversations that will never happen, apologizing for things nobody knows you did, defending yourself to nobody. And underneath all of that there's a hum, a low, constant, exhausting hum of something that isn't quite fear and isn't quite sadness, but sits exactly where both of those live, right in the center of your chest, right behind your ribs. You check your phone, not because anyone messaged, just to do something with your hands, just to briefly interrupt the loop. It works for 11 seconds, and then you're back inside it. You think about tomorrow, and your stomach tightens. You think about last week, and something hollow opens up. You think about a version of your life that doesn't exist, and grieve it quietly in the dark while the ceiling stares back at you saying nothing useful. The worst part is the awareness of it, knowing you're doing it, watching yourself spiral and being completely unable to grab the edge of it and pull yourself out. You're so tired of your own head, so tired of being the last thing you have to deal with at the end of every single day. And it just keeps going. You are not weak for not being able to think your way out of this. You're not doing it wrong. You're not broken because your mind won't settle. Some people just feel everything at a frequency that doesn't have a volume dial, and living inside that is exhausting in a way that's almost impossible to explain to someone who doesn't know it. You lie there and your own mind works against you. Pulls up things you buried, reopens things you thought had closed, presents you with every unresolved thing you own, all at once, at the exact moment you have the least capacity to deal with any of it. You're afraid of your own quiet. You fill every possible silence because you know what moves in the moment the noise stops. You dread that space between putting the phone down and falling asleep, because that space belongs entirely to your head, and your head has never once been kind with it. I know that space. I've lain in it more nights than I can count. You're so tired of your own head, tired of being the last thing you have to deal with at the end of every single day, tired of a battle that nobody else can see or hear or touch. And it just keeps going anyway. You try the obvious things first. You put your phone down. You close your eyes. You tell yourself firmly, like you mean it, to just stop thinking. Just stop, as if that has ever once worked for anyone. You try breathing, slow and deliberate. In for 4, hold out for 4. And it works for about 30 seconds, and then a thought slips in through the side door, and suddenly you're 3 years back in a conversation you can't change, and your chest is tight again, and the breathing is gone. You try getting up, making tea, standing in the kitchen at 2 a.m. in the dark staring at nothing, waiting to feel tired enough. You never feel tired enough. Your body is exhausted, but your head is somewhere else entirely, running at full speed with nowhere to go. You try music, podcast, anything to give your brain something else to chew on, something external to follow so it stops eating itself. It half works, until the episode ends or the song changes and the silence rushes back in and it's all still there, exactly where you left it. You try writing it down, stare at the page. The thoughts that felt so loud inside your head look small and unconvincing written out. But they don't feel small. They feel enormous. They feel like everything. Nothing lands. Nothing quiets it. You're just in it, waiting for your own head to finally run out of things to say. I don't know when it quiets. I wish I could tell you there's a point where your head just finally stops and lets you rest. I haven't found that switch yet. What you're carrying in there is real. All of it. Every loop. Every replay. Every thought that comes back around just when you thought you'd moved past it. You're not imagining how heavy it is. You're not making it bigger than it is. It is this big. It takes up this much space. It costs you this much sleep. And nobody around you can hear any of it. That's the part that gets me. Every time. You're in there completely alone with it, night after night.